First of all, if something's a gift, I'm not paying for it. If I'm paying for it, it's not a gift. Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be doing some Reddit Am I the A-hole? First one of 2026. Yes. First one. Am I the a-hole for not wanting to keep being the easy child in the family? My first answer is going to be an aggressive no. Never be the easy child, low-key. Okay, I'm 19 and the youngest in my family. Closest is 24. My older siblings have always been very vocal about their needs, opinions, and what they will or won't tolerate. Growing up, that meant a lot of arguments and long talks with my parents. I was always the opposite. I got good grades, I didn't cause any problems, did my best to give my parents an easy time, and learned pretty early that things went smoother if I just didn't ask for much. My parents used to joke that I was so easy compared to my siblings. Now that I'm older, I'm realizing how much that stuck. If plans change, I'm expected to adjust. If someone needs a favor, I'm the one asked first. If there's tension, I'm told to let it go because I'm more mature. Recently, my parents planned a family trip during a week I had Recently, my parents planned a family trip during a week I had already said I couldn't take off from work. I reminded them of this and they said they assumed I'd figure it out because I always do. WTF. Okay. I said I couldn't and I wasn't going. This turned into a long conversation about how disappointed they were and how it was supposed to be quality time together. No one asked why my schedule wasn't considered in the first place. Now I'm being treated like I suddenly changed when it feels more like I just stopped automatically bending. Am I the a-hole for feeling like I've always been pushover and suddenly wanting to change? Okay. Wow. I felt like I felt like this was me that put that, but seriously, I relate to this a lot. The answer is like aggressively and obviously no. However, like I said, low-key, like, do not be the easy child because it sticks with you. And when you set a precedent of never, hold on. When you set a precedent of never setting precedents and never having standards and never being difficult, and by difficult I just mean having boundaries, having like being able to say no, all those things, when that is your identity, like you're the kid that doesn't do anything wrong, that follows you, and it does not get better, and it doesn't turn into like the more you give the more they give. It's just going to be the same. Like it's going to be the more you give the more they take. So do not be the easy child. Get into the arguments low-key and like voice what you need early. Yes. Am I an a-hole for taking the best pieces when I serve dinner? I'm gonna say aggressively no. Like, nobody's starving, you just get the best, and I put in the most work, so it's not that serious. But I cook dinner. I hope you can't hear all the doors slamming. Anywho, I cook dinner every day, or what you could realistically say every day, except for the occasions where we get takeout or whatever else. I wasn't directly called an a-hole for this, but there was a remark of, you get the bigger / better piece, huh? And do. Okay, corrected bigger to better as people thought it was big enough. It was a big enough difference to leave someone hungry. I feel like when I'm the one who figures out what we're gonna eat, does the grocery shopping, cooks the dinner, then I may have the right to decide who gets who when plating up. Am I greedy? I want to point out that if we get takeout or something like that, I'll offer up whatever I think they might like. It's just that when I cook the meal and such, I feel like I can take the good cut. Edit. To add some info, since the brunt objective stuff isn't enough, I always cook more than enough food, often too much, which is a different problem. It's not supposed to be a relationship thing, but I cook for my partner and our children. Our kid is too young to eat our food, so I make them a separate meal. We're simply talking minuscule levels of bigger piece of meat or better sear or whatever else qualifies as the better piece. I'm way bigger than my partner practically, almost literally twice the size. I don't always take the best piece, but I would say I do it more than I give it. It's not 50-50, skewed towards me taking it more often than giving it. I'm sorry. Bad humor, okay. As I also pointed out, if there's a piece of something I know my partner likes more than I do, I'll readily give that piece, even if I also like it. if I know it's their favorite or really appreciated. An example is 4 pieces of meat, 3 the same size, 1 a bit smaller. I take the 2 same size and give the normal size and smaller size to my partner. Nobody leaves the table hungry. There's leftovers 99% of the time. I think it's clear they're not the a-hole. Like, it's not that serious. For the most part, there's not going to be a crazy variance in taste. Now, if I cooked everything, grocery shop, went through everything, and I want the best piece, like, okay. I know some people have the giving and the humble heart to give away the best piece, but maybe I don't, and I want the best piece every time. Everybody's still fed, so it doesn't matter. Am I the a-hole for sticking my freshly single mom with $20,000 of debt? So if that's your debt, then yes, you're the a-hole. If it's not, it's kind of how the cookie crumbles, but it also depends on your relationship with your mother and how much money you make. Now let's get into it. I, 19, have been paying off a car loan from my mom, 40 female, since I turned 16. She gifted it to me as a new 2022 current year Nissan Sentra for my birthday. I drive a Nissan Sentra too, but it's 2013 because I'm not paying all that money for it. Anyways. I foolishly never asked how much she signed for because I had assumed that her financial, knowledgeable boyfriend at the time would know what he was doing at the dealership. He did not. The original MSRP for my car capped at around $20,000. Out the door, they walked away with a $40,000 car loan. They put nothing down and had a 10% interest rate because my mom's credit was bad and she had no job. But even accounting that, the math never made sense to me. The payments every month was $510. I didn't care because the original deal was that me and my mom's boyfriend would split the monthly rate. That lasted for all of 3 months until I was stuck paying the entire thing and have been since that day. About a year ago, I went out to the bank with my mom to try to transfer the loan from her name to mine, but since the interest would be recalculated and would add about $10,000 to the loan, we both agreed to not do it. I moved out at 18 and lived with a roommate, but bills have been tighter. My girlfriend's mom suggested that I look for a new car that's more in budget, and I found a used 2025 Corolla with 10K miles for $18K. A better car for cheaper than what I would be paying off my current car. I told my mom that I was planning to get a new car and that if she wanted to sell my current car, it would be her decision, and she lost her ish, saying how it's my responsibility and that it was a gift for me and how she saved me $10,000 by not transferring the loan. The biggest elephant is that she's freshly divorced and is looking for a job to support her 2 younger girls. I told her she can sell the car for about $14-15K, but she refuses and is demanding that I drain my savings to pay for a car that I never agreed to pay for and ultimately was their terrible financial decision. On one hand, I don't feel like I owe her anything and never truly got along with my mom, so it is what it is. On the other hand, I feel guilty for kicking her while she's down, looking for unbiased opinions. Thank you. Wow, what a big heart. I think he's obviously not the a-hole. First of all, if something's a gift, I'm not paying for it. If I'm paying for it, it's not a gift. That would irk me so bad, but no, like literally a gift is something that I've been given and I don't have to pay for it. I don't have to do anything. Girl, why am I paying ever? And getting a new car for a 16-year-old is extremely irresponsible. And yeah, that is your business. No offense. No offense. Like, sorry for the divorce, sorry for everything you're going through, but I'm not paying. Okay, bro. Am I the a-hole for not going to my cousin's wedding because my long-term girlfriend wasn't invited? Depends. If your girlfriend's like a bad vibe and rude. Anyways, I, 25 male, and my girlfriend, 25 female, have been in a relationship for nearly 3 years, living together for 2 years. My cousin, 29 male, and his fiance, 28 female, live in a different country and are coming back here to get married in about 6 months. A few weeks ago, they called around to give my family their invitation. I have 2 siblings, 21 male and 17 female, and my girlfriend was also at the house. We all chatted about the wedding, etc., and they went on their way. The invite was vague, directed to mother, father, and family, but it wasn't even a question in our minds that my girlfriend wouldn't be going. She has a hotel booked and has been looking for dresses since. For context, my extended family is quite small and my girlfriend would be quite close to them, has been to all family events, babysat the younger kids, and is in contact with them regularly. I sent an RSVP for us both. Hold up. I sent an RSVP for both of us last week and this morning. Received a message back saying, unfortunately, the invitation was to myself, my parents, and my siblings only. I won't lie to say I was annoyed, but have decided not to go. I won't lie to say I was annoyed, but have decided not to go. My mom was shocked when I told her my girlfriend wasn't invited, as there's only 11 people total in my family, including my family, cousins, aunties, uncles, etc. Their venue is not small by any means. I understand people's weddings are their own choices. Hello? I understand people's weddings are their own choices, but it feels too wrong to be there without her. My family feels the same way. Am I the a-hole to RSVP no and not attend? I would say no, like, if she's watching the kids and like she's there every time, I would say no to not attend. Like, especially if they didn't give you a reason. If they gave you a reason like, hey, there's another Danish deception, she robbed me, she can't come, okay, that's valid. But if there's no actual reason, then like, no, I'm not going. What now? Okay, seriously, kind of short, but I'm gonna stop there.